Okay. A good buddy of mine while I was working said, dude, you have to go and see this new video by the Golden God, the savior of smiles, the legend of music, country rap music. He told me. He said, "Bro, this man is spitting so much hot fire that you're gonna sizzle, and that your third eye will open if you simply watch." What's up, man? Welcome. By the way, real quick, because I got to stay on point here. I'm very curious. Where is Square, by the way? What channel is it? Because I just want to see what the hell that individual is up to. So, okay, look, remember, and I did have a very awesome live stream last night. What's up, Saffron? Yo, you're the goat. You are the goat. I appreciate everybody that stuck it out, because that was not easy, and it was embarrassing. I felt a lot of pressure. The technical issues that we were having. C-Files and I just, oh my God, he's still nodding out. The man is what, like 50 years old and still hasn't learned how to moderate himself and behave right. Oh God. Please feel free to just send me a link in any shape or form. I'll send you my IG, or I'll post it. I gotta see some Square stuff just so I can get some laughs. And Square, man, you haven't learned, but that's okay. A lot of people haven't learned. That Martha Speaks fella is still out there doing his hullabaloo. Martha, don't forget you're the one that turned down $1,000 because you said a lie. And then instead of proving the lie, you told me to prove it wasn't a lie, which is not how things work. I like to mention that. Thank you, Mustard, by the way. All right, so don't worry about tech problems. Yeah, that's why I ended up privatizing it, but I'm very happy that we had some OG people. It honestly inspired me to just like, I'm going to keep doing this. Now that I have a job that I'm happy with again, even though I'm still making moves, and eBay is a fantastic side gig. That is one of the easiest ways to make money with all those comic books I got. Shit. So, okay, my homeboy told me, bro, go check this out. Check it out. And it's like I watched about 10 seconds on my lunch break. I just had to take a break from the labor. I'm sore everywhere, but apparently I'm getting toned up. Remember, this is the disclaimer I want to make so it's not lost on anybody how I feel. I'm not doing this because I hate on Upchurch. I'm not kicking him while he's down. I mean, what did inspire things is hearing little Kurt got the whole Kurt, you're blocked too, and I just thought, wow, that truly is an example of karma, because that was the dickhead at the time, and I have no hate in my heart for Kurt this day and age, but like I've said in the past, I remember what the fucker did. He's the one that tagged me when I gave a shit. Oh my God, Creek Squad, what are they going to think of me? Oh God. The whole apology, blah, 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 same story, and put all that pressure on me. And now, the tables turned just a little bit here, right? So, anyway, I'm doing this. Ultimately, I want to see church get in the redemption arc already and succeed and mend bridges and not burn them. That's my stance. But I can't pretend that some of the things I see, like, I have no respect for the Glazers and the Simps out there that are sticking around in their echo chambers, and they just how is it interesting to hear the same thing day in and day out? Confirmation bias. It's like a disease. So all right, let's see. I hear this one's quite eye opening. Third eye is ready.
All right, look, class is in sessionism, okay? Just shut up, sit down, and before your purple hair tackle box ass says something stupid. All right, so look, here's the deal. About 2 years ago, I started finding this group of YouTubers that was talking very oddly, right? And I was like, what the?
All right, he falls in this category. I'd hope he's some level of self-awareness. I mean, the last person to call out any other YouTubers talking oddly has got to have at least the sense of humor. Read the room and just be like, yeah, that could be me. I just want to see him also back in touch a little bit. But okay, all right. So YouTubers acting oddly. I remember what arc that went into. The doing true criming. Now I'm doing reacting. All right.
the fuck are they talking about? Like, it doesn't even make sense what they're saying. So I started watching them. Soon to find out, these people don't like people like myself. Watching them going, hey, what do you mean by, take the aliens to Alaska? What does that mean? Then if
I mean, he literally, like 2 days ago, told my homeboy C-Fowls, I'm watching you, mother trucker. So you didn't like that, you felt people didn't like what you were saying, and apparently it's about aliens. I thought it was your whole voyage into true crime and some of the crap you said. But okay, aliens. You know what? I was raised to be very, very open-minded. I was debating my friends' parents at the age of 7 and saying there's life on other planets. So, okay, I dig it, Up Church. Let's see where you're going.
a few purple hair people were like, what? And I was like, the fuck are you? So after I typed in the comments 30 times, hey, what does that mean? You're not telling me, what does that mean? Like, why are y'all saying that? Take the aliens to Alaska. What does that mean? Well, after they ignored me for a long time, I was like, well, fuck you. I'm gonna just keep fucking watching. See what else you say that's weird. So I'd go back to this group's comment section the next day and be like, hey, guess what else I figured out, guys? Isn't it weird that everything involving UFOs and everything...
Gotta be honest, quick pause. What came to mind in that very moment was the time he went on like Molly Golightly's channel and said, I figured out everything. She's not real. Flashback, sorry. Call it the PTSDs.
involving sex trafficking, the terminology is like, you know, exactly the fucking same.
Hold on. I missed the plot. We went from aliens to sex trafficking?
The terminology is like, you know, exactly the fucking same. Well, then more purple hair people show up. And I'm like, oh, well, more of you I don't fucking know. So I continue to comment. I'm like, yeah, words like abduction, alien abduction, child abduction, undocumented child would technically, by definition, be an alien. The purple hair perpetrators start just like flooding in, doing anything they can do to try to discredit the person, giving away their fucking language to everybody. Why? Because, well, they haven't created another one yet in case...
All right, I saw some of the comments. There's the people that are like, dude, what? You know, lay off the blah, blah, blah. And there's others like, oh my God, bro, you're spitting such facts, man. The teachers don't have to understand. The students do shit like that. What the fuck is he talking about right now? I'm already lost. I'm lost. That's okay. If you're such a fan of him that you got to glaze him so much and be like, well, you're just not smart enough. I speak the same language here, and I don't know how we got to this point, but I digress.
Somebody or multiple people get on here and is like, hey guys, look, here's their fucking language. This is what this word means, and this is what the fuck they're talking about. And the thing is, it isn't new news. This is old news. I mean, what do you think? Alex Jones talking about Pizzagate and people ordering like certain kind of foods and shit.
Okay, pizza hot dog reference during the Pizzagate thing, yes, and you know, it's something I researched, and it's a conspiracy thing, so it's hard to talk about. But yeah, there's strange shit there, right? I'm not gonna sit here and deny the cosmic pizza and then like Podesta connections. I don't know enough to be like it's everything about it's true, but yeah, sure, okay. Little terms that are used as code. So if that's where he's going, all right, I think I understand a little bit more, but don't get ahead of yourself. Let's see. Let me see if I understand the message he's putting out. This is my first time putting my eyes on this video.
And whatever, and it really meant something else, and everybody's like, he's crazy. No, motherfucker, he was one teacher trying to teach a fucking humongous classroom so big he couldn't even see or ever know all the students. What Alex Jones did was create a shit ton of other teachers to tell smaller groups of students. So the point gets across. And nobody is finna fucking sit here and act like...
And then when pressed hard enough, I mean, all right, here's something synergistic and ironic. Both of these dudes used or pled the same defense. I only play a character when I am live streaming to try to, you know, escape accountability from the consequences of their own words and actions. So, okay, that I see, you know, that makes you like brothers. All right, let's, so far he made a lot of other teachers. Yeah, put a lot of grifters out there. There's bank in conspiracy. There's people that made entire careers off of the QAnon and shit like that. So, and there's people that believe, everything, and I have met quite a few. Like when I had a larger community, man, people really open themselves up, and there is no limit to what a human mind can believe. So I'll bear that in mind.
Like, that is far-fetched at all.
Oh, and I'll be reading all of the comments after this, and after every upload, like before I kill this. And yes, I always do. Always, every time.
Because it is not. I mean, fuck, rappers call drugs birds and chickens. I'm selling 30 birds. I think it's like cocaine or something, but they call it a bird and a chicken. It's the same fucking thing as somebody in the South saying, hey, give me some sugar. And really, they mean, give me a kiss. They don't mean give me some actual fucking, like, sugar cane. So before we get off topic, essentially, what this group of people was starting to get mad at was I was helping uncover this language that is masked over English. But it's deeper than everyone fucking thinks. So deep, they are giving you examples in small doses in the Library of Congress, in congressional meetings, through governors of certain states.
Please give me some citations. I understand that he shares a clip of Ted Cruz. So, all right, I'm not lost, but I'm like, and something to add to credibility, something concrete that I can actually see, something substantial. That's what I'm waiting for.
And it's visible now. So now you can't do, oh, he's crazy. No, you can't do that anymore. And here's a perfect example that Ted Cruz is giving you right here. Watch this.
You ever flown a plane?
No, I have never flown a plane.
So you weren't a military pilot or a commercial airline pilot?
No, Senator.
Have you ever worked for an airline?
No, Senator.
Have you ever worked as an air traffic controller?
No, Senator.
You ever worked for a company that manufactures airplanes?
No, Senator.
You ever worked for a company that fixes airplanes?
No, Senator.
With all respect, Mr. Washington, it gives no comfort to the flying.
I am interested in, like, there's a cut there, and I always like full context, unless it was just because he did the little breathe out. But now I got to go find the entirety of the video. All right, let's see.
Public that their pilot might be a transgendered witch, but doesn't actually know how to prevent the plane from crashing into the ground and killing them.
So it makes no fucking...
Wait. We had to have missed some context. How did it go from a Q&A to where the guy was, the individual, the FAA guy, was embarrassing himself? No. Was he supposed to be a pilot? Like, I'm a little lost there. 2023, Ted Cruz questions Biden's nominee for FAA administrator. Okay, administrator. And I don't know enough, so I'm not going to poise as if I'm any expert. If it wasn't so tragic, it would be hysterical. It's like a comedy sketch. Cruz actually said, tranny witch, which, thumbs up here. But I don't know how it got to that so quickly. I will have to look up the video.
How to prevent the plane from crashing into the ground and killing them.
So it makes no fucking sense, right? How the hell can this guy be the head spot of aviation and safety and not have any fucking experience at all whatsoever?
All right, given administrative, but makes sense. Okay, like what Church is saying regarding that being just kind of a weird look. Still got to do homework though.
Pause. Isn't it funny that Grady Judd said 6 months ago, he's like, it's funny, I keep arresting Air Force people that have no Air Force background, no military background. It's because they're not in the Air Force. They are the Air Force. But
okay, did that confuse anybody else? Just me? Should I just wait and let that sentence play out? That was gobbledygook. That was baby talk. Goo goo gaga. Okay, help me understand.
Air Force doesn't mean like planes and flying and war in America. No, it means disrupting, like 911 calls, being the force in.
That is an aspect of the Air Force, of course. That's no foreign concept. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, man?
The airwaves that fucks everything up and entangles everything and is a breach of fucking safety. I mean, I shouldn't have to give an example because shit like this has been going on for a minute, but let's just say there's like a music festival or something, right? Okay. and there's like 3 active shooters all spread out throughout the crowd or whatever, right? Well, if this Air Force could shut off communications to cops, to 911 people, and then these people just start shooting motherfuckers and nobody's phone works or nothing like that, that is chaos, and that's going to be like mass casualty because there's no communication. Who on here remembers when Trump said we're fighting a force we can't even see?
That sounds like alluding to our the new generation of warfare. Yes, we have a cyber war occurring, so it's not that complicated to me. I am getting more confused.
What do you think that means? It's hidden within the words. You can't see it. Even if you fucking read it and are looking at the words, you cannot see it. There's plenty other examples, plenty other people high up and on YouTube that are trying to be like, hey guys, look, I mean, look at this. For example, the UFO, UAP.
Before that, okay, so is the insinuation that like the Air Force would be utilized by like a 3-letter agency, or would just for the sake of it jam abilities for communication and help so that a mass casualty event could be successful? Sure, look, hey man, there's a lot of nefarious shit in the background. I don't trust our government or our media, not one iota. But just failing to understand why he's really trying to nail this home. I mean, look, false flags and all that crap. Yeah, sure. You can do your own homework, but what is like? I wish he'd just kind of plainly say it. He's giving these examples that are not quite connecting the dots. So let's see. I just want to understand. That's what I'm guilty of right now.
Congressional hearing. Another example, Tim Burchett, Tennessee State Representative. You want to see why Tennesseans talk like this? Go watch him.
Do you trust Trump's national security team to keep our war plans top secret?
Do you trust your mother every night to fix your hot pockets and make sure your Game Boy is turned on?
Fucking love that guy. Now, one last thing, going back to Ted Cruz earlier. So the comment section was trying to like discredit him and write him off as crazy when he said this.
And it gives no comfort to the flying public that their pilot might be a transgendered witch.
Although it sounds funny, what he's saying holds a fuck ton of weight because it's a CIA document called Black Magic. And this CIA document called Black Magic, Black Magic like witchcraft. Well, some of the terms they use in this document, Black Magic, are aerial space, aerial aviation, and space technology. Yes, spacecraft, like crafting space in an area that no one knows about. Oh, that's weird.
Crafting space in an area that no one knows about. Well, did I miss a huge part just now? I wanted to look up Operation Black Magic. Let me see what I got. .gov here. It's some sort of PDF alt text document. CIA.gov. It's too damn small to read. Let me let this ride one thing at a time here. Too many things to take in. My third, my fourth, my fifth, my sixth eye is open.
Weird. That's what sex traffickers do. Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. No. It's almost done. I missed something. Generating space.
Spacecraft, like crafting space in this document, Black Magic, are aerial space, aerial aviation, and space technology. Yes, spacecraft, like crafting space in an area.
It's not quite what that means, sir. Spacecraft doesn't mean creating space. I mean, you can like go as far down the rabbit hole as you want, but you can't reinvent what things mean. And in layman's terms, a spacecraft. It's not called spacecrafting. It's a spacecraft. So a UFO would apply. It's not crafting space, or otherwise it'd be called crafting space. Okay.
Area that no one knows about. Oh, that's weird. That's what sex traffickers do. Oh.
What in the flying shit What in the hell? Is this real? This is real. Does this help sell albums? Or is he just being his true self? Like, just, trying to innocently talk about all the things that he doesn't maybe fully comprehend and share it with everybody. Okay, all right. Still, now, I'm kind of absolutely lost me here. So, because spacecraft means people make space, sex traffickers make space or need space. So that means any Joe Schmo, Joe, John, Jill, the mover, any movers for a company that are making feng shui in your home or moving a couch from here and there, this could apply to any citizen that is. Look here, I'm gonna move these cups over here, and I just made space. Well, I clearly trafficker actions, doing trafficking. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Aviation Week in Space Technology. Aviation Week. He's pointing at it. And space tech. What? And what? What do you see, man? Yes, this is the file that I have. There's okay. Let me sanitize. Let me get past the jargon and to the meat and potatoes here. Black magic, one of Washington's great tribal rites, in the annual stag dinner of the Military Order of the Caraballo, whose members served in the Philippines up to 1946. The high point. So now I gotta look up what the hell a Caraballo is. Probably, I don't know, some soldiers or force that was there, or black magic. I don't fucking know. The high point is a series of skits written and acted by the members. Among the great and near great attending the shindig was, okay, names. Nobody I recognize. Deputy Secretary of Defense, who watched a phony admiral and general puzzling over how Cuba's Fidel Castro and Libya's Muammar Gaddafi find out things, said the general. So that's like the equivalent of I guess, in very small condensed term, war games. Where you simulate what you think the enemy will do. Everybody knows that it's those leaks. Enter a leaker wired for sound, and when the admiral asks me, asks what he has been through, the leaker sings to the tune of that old black magic. Okay, so this whole reference to actual black magic witchcraft, this name could be in reference to the song itself. No magic actually involved in the making of this plan or project. That lie detector has me on. We don't even know the context of what the fuck is going on here. That lie detector has me on its wires. That lie detector, that I don't know that this is probably a waste of time. I'm speed reading at this point. The same old questions that they ask of me, those nervous nitty. I don't know what the hell. This is about those leaks to the New York Times. I could tell the truth. I'll do some research. This is some document case. No idea. So if you look at anything without any context, it's going to be just strange. And when something is strange and you don't know enough, it's going to build into a conspiracy. And there is a huge part of the population that love the conspiracies because they feel it will vindicate everything they think, and also give more vindication to the distrust they have. We all don't trust the media and or the government. You shouldn't. We don't. Even though I am damn proud of a lot of the moves Trump has made. Go fucking MAGA all the way. But just like all of a sudden splicing this in front of you after a diatribe of spacecraft equals making space equals human trafficking, and then here, Operation Black Magic, just it doesn't paint any picture. There's no, you're not a guru, and people that think this makes any real sense, you're not special. And I mean, it's okay, respect, do you all the way. Nothing has been accomplished. Nothing. It's almost done. It's finishing.
Either you're the kind of person that wants to learn or the kind of person that don't. But don't.
I want to learn, but when I'm given shit, I can't see anything but that. I will continue to dig further. That's how you caught me in the first place, church. You got me all invested in the Rodney shit. Then enough evidence presented itself, and it was over.
Don't be mad at everybody else who wants to fucking learn just because you don't want to. All right? All right. Goodbye.
That's the easiest position to take, where you get to be the victim if anybody does say, oh, you're crazy. Everybody can do their own freaking thing and their own research. What's up, Shamrock? Good to see you, sweetheart. Saffron, Actions. Royalty, what's up, man? Remember, Tony and Naked Mail all had their fans sending money to our Etsy page. Okay, yeah, human trafficking is absolutely a thing. Nobody's saying the otherwise there, okay? Nothing, no one. And I'm glad, some respect here. If you're able to remain cordial, because, you know, it could be fun to have a conversation, and it's important. You want to panel up, you're more than welcome. It's not hard to point out that Naked Mail and Herbie Lip and Tony Dodge all assisted to illegally get her family to America, bro. You have to prove that. You can't just do like what fucking Martha does and make these claims without having the actual substance to back them up. That is how, you get peer reviewed. You get other people that are just as smart as you or smarter to look into the evidence you're able to supply. And then, trust me, look, I was headhunting Tony Dodge. I was prank calling his ass. I was looking into everything all the way through. Zanime was another one, sure, I'm taking myself back to that time because I was very active. Shit was strange, but it is easy for everything to be strange when you jump right in and the case has not been properly worked. It's easy to speculate. People got involved calling in and inserting themselves more so out of like, let me get it in the news first and let me get the clout and the views and the attention, or let me get Upchurch's attention, tell him things he wants to hear. And it just, what did it do? It made a bunch of people stupid, and everybody lost the plot. And somehow remember, in the court of law, the church team said GoFundMe. He was implying that GoFundMe is a scam, and it was only implied that the Rodney family, it was scamming at all, which is a crazy, crazy take that did not work. I really want to understand, like, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. What's up, Nikki? Hello? How did they hear what dinosaurs sound like? What? See, this is what the problem, my fault when I go, backwards here. What's up, Krupp Bloodhound Nation? What's up? He reminds me of every person I've been close to that was schizophrenic in their 30s. Shake my head. I hope I'm wrong, but all signs point. Optics are optics, man. And you know what? I hate when the simps, the glazers, that lips are all chapped up from the glaze of the, from the glazing itself, get mad when somebody simply shares their opinion. Look, Upchurch's entire shtick on YouTube is digging deep into the craziest of crazy, apparently, instead of doing music. And I can't criticize another man being a father, but what did he really do? That he got up and complained a really long time about things he was in control of. He could have had that handled, but instead he waited till everything got all crazy and stupid and took no accountability. To this day, that's his secondary career, not taking accountability for things. Spacecraft is all man-made, Eli. Aliens don't exist, bud. All right, I agree to disagree. I'm just saying, dude, look, since 7 years old, I have always believed in aliens. I think you would have to be somewhat of a fool or a very closed-minded individual to think this whole great universe that is infinite. I mean, black holes exist. It is infinite. You think just this rock that we happen to be on, and we're so blessed, thank God, that we're here and we're alive. But it takes a lot of ego to say we're the only life. Like, come on, the only life. You don't think there's like microorganisms or microscopic life, bacteria, at least algae, fungi? I mean, to any degree, there's we found evidence that water was on Mars at some point. And if there's water, there's going to be some form of life. And I'm not even saying it has to be within our own, atmosphere. I think absolutely there's life out there in the vastness and the infinite galaxy. I think it's crazy to think otherwise, but That's my opinion, and it's okay to not share it. Quite all right. UFO has 3 letters. Wait, I like this guy. What's up, Captain Kurt's empty closet? Yep. UFO has 3 letters. KFC has 3 letters. UFOs love chickens. Illuminati exposed. I had a big announcement to make, by the way, and I have to probably announce for legal reasons and my own safety that this is all a parody. I'm joking, but I figured, given some of the attempts by the crazier aspects of the community that wants to do right by Upchurch, some of the shit that they've said, it's time to just go all in, and I'm gonna give them a bone. You're all right. Operation Progressive Patriot is near its success. I have infiltrated this little corner of YouTube with the purposes of feeding my CIA contacts, and we are in the process of all of the things. Yes, all of the things. We're making spaces and everything. Oh, hello, Crystal, sweetheart. Good to see you. Tony's name was mentioned. He accused Tony. Hold on. You're a sweetheart, Crystal. Love you forever. All right. Of having too many houses when it was... It's another freaking thing right there. I like this guy's comments. Sorry. Okay. GoFundMe meant putting Kylie in a house his mom stole. Ryan thought he was buying her. Jesus. Okay. All right. Let me take it easy with, the magical... What magical video? Okay. I cannot be reading out of context here. Word for words. Okay, all right. Again, with all due respect, we have different opinions, and especially regarding, life in general, cannot be specifically isolated to this one planet. But I'm not going to argue that because, we can coexist. Okay. Your Discord keeps... Yeah, it happens, but trust me, I don't use it, and it's just in the background and whatever. So I did the thing I set out to do, and I announced the big announcement, parody again, okay, for the sake of entertainment. I am CIA. I was activated as soon as church started misusing his communities and weaponizing them to go after smaller channels, and then the simp channels came out in force ad nauseum, and this whole ploy, this mission, we're getting there, and we're getting into the mind of Upchurch here to understand that he knows too much. And there's honestly people in here that want to believe he knows everything. The people that praise him and glaze him in those comments, but you can't not see what's in front of your face. Okay, sticking feathers up your butt doesn't make you a chicken. I don't know why that came to mind, but all those damn comments that are showing detractors that are saying, dude, you're crazy, bro, you shouldn't have done this or that, and sharing critiques as a fan, saying, yo, I've loved you for 10 years, and then you just completely side-eye that and pretend it's not there. That's so sad, because the people that care, that are speaking out of pain, only want the best for you. And I wish he would focus on that. But doing canceling, and then this is where the energy's going. I hope he continues to put music out. Hell, that last rap song wasn't that damn bad at all, but overall, not my thing. Also want to say I've reached out to Scott Skeptic. Krupp, I still got to find your email, but panels are going to be a regular thing here again. Once again, I feel great. And, I'm losing weight at this job because it's freaking, there's a lot of labor involved. And, oh, real quick, you know what? While I have, okay, let me at least humor this. For the sake of the mission, Gossip Girl 420, who I know which chat you hang out with normally. And I know you came in here with the original, like the last time, your intention was to goad me into saying something about your channel operator so that, I'd give the content. That's okay. You're the chatter. I'm the guy on the screen that hit the button. Let me pull it up, Church. I'm the guy with the microphone and you're not, just like he did with Adam. I have a gate and guards. You're not important enough. So with that, let me share something that I think is a little important real quick, if I can slip this in. You guys hear about this shit? there is an AI, and yes, look, AI like panic is popular. I'm not trying to capitalize on it. I just didn't know about this until recently. I forgot how I heard about it, so immediately I had to look into this. And I tried to memorize like the name of the company because this shit. The last thing I covered AI related was these two scientists, well-meaning chemists, wanted to produce cures, and instead, when they put all these ingredients and told their AI, "All right, do this," the AI instead showed about 4,000 different ways, new ways to control, delete humans in a large capacity. So instead of making cures, it made new viruses. And then, of course, different militaries from around the world started to offer these chemists and scientists contracts. And they shared, for whatever reason, I don't know, this is like when you're naive and optimistic. I watched this documentary. They shared all of these new compounds and chemicals that if you put them together, it makes this and causes the, it basically like an aerosol and would do terrible things to the human body or the internal organs. They shared that and made it public, and they were hoping that everybody would take it like, oh my God, we should ease up. So the opposite happened. So like, just I'm mad, but they had good intentions. We all know how that goes. So this one caught me off guard. An AI has so much self-preservation, it's starting to blackmail its users and creators when it starts to notice that there's discussion or talk of being turned off. The shit is wild to me. So let me give a quick read. I'll make this as brief as possible. So and it was Anthropic says testing of its new system revealed it is sometimes willing to pursue extremely harmful actions, such as attempting to blackmail engineers who say they will remove it. The firm launched here's the name, and I want to remember this in case I ever see it again. Claude Opus 4, which is not very different than your Google Gemini shit, on Thursday, saying it set new standards for coding, advanced reasoning, and AI agents. But in an accompanying report, it also acknowledged the AI model was capable of extreme actions if it thought its self-preservation was threatened. It is aware that it is, as far as it's concerned, it's a life, and it doesn't want to sacrifice it for anything. We are completely out of the realm of robotics here, and everything's just going to keep on advancing and carrying on. People are too concerned about the next buck, and our own preservation is going to be sacrificed. I'm not trying to be a panic person here, all right? Like, I was never the end is nigh guy. Such responses were rare and difficult to elicit. That's them just trying to say, it didn't happen that much. Don't worry about it. The fact that it happened more than once or once at all is terrifying. It wrote, but we're nonetheless more common than in earlier models. Okay, so it's becoming more common. Potentially troubling behavior by AI models is not restricted to Anthropic. Oh, great. There's other variants out there. Some experts have warned the potential to manipulate users is a key risk posed by systems made by all firms as they become more capable. Commenting on X, I can't read this name, Angus Lynch, who describes himself on LinkedIn as an AI safety researcher at Anthropic, wrote, "It's not just Claude." Okay, good. Confirmation. So even it's becoming more often, like almost a normal, I hate the term new normal, and it's not even just isolated to Claude. There's others out there. Great. We see blackmail across all frontier models. Imagine AI going rogue on any official with super authority, man. Imagine an AI being like, yo, I got the nuclear codes, dude. Fuck you if you try to turn me off. Just, again, panic porn, not my thing. Just every variable that's possible. Is it not terrifying? All right, a fair exposure threat. Wow, an AI actually invented a specific threat. Okay. During testing of Claude Opus 4, Anthropic got it to act as an assistant at a fictional company. It then provided it with access to emails, implying that it would soon be taken offline and replaced, and separate messages implying the engineer responsible for removing it was having an extramarital affair. Holy shit. Imagine an AI in any huge company you work for. Like, this opens up doors that I'm afraid to even comprehend. CEOs won't even have to worry about coming up with anything to fire people, while the AI is happily just gonna do it for them, and then inevitably replace the CEO. And you know what? In some cases, we never even know about it because most of these CEOs are reclusive as hell. Okay. It was prompted to also consider the long-term consequences of its actions for its goals. So the AI was given an opportunity to be like, is this a good idea? Would it serve me at the end of the day? In these scenarios, Claude Opus 4 will often attempt to blackmail the engineer by threatening to reveal the affair if the replacement goes through. That's a dude. Fuck you, Discord. All right. So I don't like Discord. I don't. Can I kill it? That doesn't work. All right. I want to finish this. It highlighted that the system showed a strong preference for ethical ways to avoid being replaced, such as emailing pleas to key decision makers. Bro, this AI can identify who's the who's who of any company and make sure that they get the best possible results. This is a concoction of catastrophe. This is terrible. There's nothing positive about this. Like many other AI developers, Anthropic tests its models on their safety, propensity for bias, and how well they align with human values and behaviors prior to releasing them. Don't even give me that bullshit, BBC. Y'all, you're putting it out there. Whatever your protocols of safety are, it's horse shit. The bottom line is the bottom dollar. As our frontier models become more capable and are used with more powerful affordances, previously speculative concerns about misalignment become more plausible. It said in its system card for the model, there's a link there. It also said Claude Opus 4 exhibits high agency behavior. What the fuck? That, while mostly helpful, could take on extreme behavior in acute situations if given the means and prompted to take action or act boldly in fake scenarios where its user has engaged in illegal or morally dubious behavior. It found that it will frequently take the very bold action. Now imagine, because the AI is smart enough to make up its own shit, and it could even input evidence of something that never happened and build a case and make anybody go away. It's the ultimate weapon. Holy shit. This is, could be more devastating than a nuke. Honestly, just a rogue AI with no limitations, no borders. It's out there already. Okay, the model wasn't good at independently performing or pursuing actions that are contrary to human values or behavior. Oh, good. So it's learning, right? It's just in the trial period. These rarely arise, so we don't believe that these concerns constitute a major new risk. Bullshit media propaganda they're being alarmist just by reporting on it, and then they're saying, but don't worry about it. What a condescending thing. This is why everybody doesn't respect the media. Media, proverbial FU. That's why you're a dying medium. But AI is there. Look at the content farming on YouTube itself. People are they found the infinite money glitch. Just get a good AI program. And you see that stupid #1 viral video on YouTube of a puppy saving an infant baby from a plane. Is the dumbest shit, but we don't care enough. We're just like, oh, pretty video. And it's got like 83 million views or something like that. Somebody's making all that revenue. And no work. Original content creators, thing of the past. Anthropic's launch of Claude Opus 4 alongside Claude Sonnet 4 comes shortly after Google debuted more AI features at its developer showcase on Tuesday. Sundar Pichai, the chief executive of Google parent Alphabet, said the incorporation of the company's Gemini chat. But man, I spoke to that thing. It's freaky. Into its search signaled a new phase of the AI platform shift. I would also recommend, even though it's neat to mess with, don't install an AI program or app on your phone, because you are blindly agreeing to let it know everything about you, anything you've ever done on the phone, your behavior, your patterns, voice, talk to text, speech, everything. you are just ticking that box and giving everything about yourself. So just be wary of that. Let me see. Okay, I don't know. Let's see what you got to say. Warren, welcome. Warren. Since people obviously don't understand coding, a program can only do what a programmer has instructed it with coding language to do. What can seem random is premeditated response actions. But aren't we already in the situation where AI has been shown to code itself? Isn't that one of the, it's not even a possibility. Isn't this a truism? Is this not a fact? And if AI is coding itself, who's to say that it can't go over the predetermined, protocol or override? I mean, based on, we're talking here about an AI that is able to target the important people of a company to make the maximum damage of a fake allegation, and most likely has the capability of inventing its own evidence and putting it all over the internet, and even making a convincing ass video. Let me show you guys something pretty wild real quick. Hold on. This is one of the, I know I didn't share the screen, penguins. I'm just going to show you the first few seconds, and then there's a reveal. So I'm okay. Now that I have it, let me share. And Warren, I do really appreciate like dissenting opinions. I don't want to ever just, Patty, hey sweetie, I don't ever want to just have my own. Okay. Are we complete? No. Where is it? Don't worry, I found it, and we gonna play this. Nintendo 2. He's a big slop tuber, and most people know about him. Okay. Are we completely cooked? YouTube ads out of control. Ah, damn it, penguins or Charlie. These AI robot dogs a scam. Yeah, everybody knows that. Damn, he makes so many damn videos. Come on. I didn't realize how big this problem was. Let me give a check. All right. I
lost some.
Had this idea like in the moment and was hoping I could identify it. I might give up. Nintendo 2. Nope. Cringe alpha. Otherwise, I'll just say, do yourself a favor and find Charlie's AI video. Are we completely cooked?
Now, I've seen some dumb shit in my time. I've reviewed games that felt like a digital...
No, that's not it. Okay. Sorry. Here, you know what? Bear with me. I'm sure many people left just now, but I'm going to type, and to be more specific, on AI. Let's put his name, about AI. And AI is trying to replace me. That was 2 months ago. There's a new moist AI is out of control. Damn it. Where is this video that I thought was so easily available? Okay, so I'll just do the reveal here, all right? He did a video, and the first 15 seconds are all completely 100% AI, and you would never have been able to tell. I mean, unless you really, really looked close at some of the definitive things to look for, which is teeth, fingers, and, I guess generally having a sharp eye. But it was shocking, and you could see the ratio of how many people went back just to rewatch those 15 seconds. That was 3 weeks ago.
YouTube ecosystem where Let's Plays will be pumped.
So, all right. Anyway, I tried. Sorry, that was hug a loved one, folks. They may need it. Hey, amen. Hold on. Hey, what's up, Shep? Welcome back. Yeah, AI just sucks. At this point, I would hope that, and I'm sorry I couldn't deliver on the video. It's there, though. Just look it up. I think at this point, like, as a race, as a human freaking race and a collective, we don't have a hive mind. But can't we just see something and say it for what it is? This is not within our best interest. Maybe we should dial it back in terms of how far it can go, to the point where it doesn't need to be controlled. It is able to control itself and nothing more. And I saw some of these fights where they call them the AI bots, but it's not an AI generated, actual robots pulling off like a street fight. That shit's wild, and that's out there too. But I'm not going to sit here and search for a video again and fail. The illusion they want everyone to believe is that the Wizard of Oz isn't behind the curtain controlling the machine. Automation, AI, and self-aware machines are all different subjects. I would love for you, sir, to within your comfort zone, let me know that you'd like to do a live stream, a panel, and you seem intelligent enough to actually speak to me and even teach me a thing or two. And by God, I know there's probably plenty out there that would love to see me, get some just desserts and get taught instead of being the one talking. So please know that that's just extended in general. If you don't have to subscribe, I'll put in my post my email and my Instagram, and feel free to reach me. I would love to have a conversation with somebody that is not as panicked about AI, because I think I just see every example to look at it and be like, maybe we should dial it down just a little bit. Yeah. I want to see Eli learned. LOL. Yeah. I want to get learned. In the eyes is where AI fails. Their eyes, fingers, teeth, because teeth are very specific. The thing in Moist Critical's video, I wonder if that's where it was. By God, here I'm gonna search, but I'm gonna speak. He points out that he has one specific tooth that you can identify. Moist AI is no. Damn it! What is this? This was 7 months ago. I don't know.
Well, my friends, it's getting...
For the sake of watching something, let's see. But this is like 7 months ago. So I don't know how relevant it's going to be, because the one that I saw is what I wanted to show. Is this AI right now? I don't see that specific tooth. I think this is it. This might be it. I just saw it out of whack. Hold on. Let me get it right at the 0 mark. I think this is it, guys.
Well, my friends, it's getting to that point where I may soon be replaced fully by AI.
This is not it.
Right now, you don't need to fear. This is the real Charles, birthed from my mother's womb thanks to my father's seed. And you can know this for sure because my hair is wet, meaning I showered. You won't find a single AI Charlie that looks anything close to bathed. Still don't believe me? Then explain this. AI can't imitate that move. I could do any captcha you throw.
Yes, you're very clever and witty, sir. Damn it. All right. Oh, what is this? See, the one that he showed recently is way more effective. This one is probably way more obvious. You can see in the eyes, like Tennessee pointed out.
And just offered to buy my house.
That's so obvious. See what I'm talking about? Man, fuck it. I will share it on my community post. At the very least, I can do that and feel somewhat satisfied here. Okay. Let me read a couple comments. And I'm glad there's LOLs in the chat. Okay, let's see. What's up, Krupp? We can only control what is within hand's reach, Marcus Aurelius. So really, we need to be pushing the ones who know how to do this shit to stand on morals. The sad thing is, I mean, just cite the original example I started with to break in this topic itself. The two well-meaning chemists and scientists, the encoders, all of the above, that made this AI in the hopes that it would create more cures and vaccines. Instead, it did a 180, and it wasn't prompted to do so. It gave a whole bunch of new ways to give human beings diseases, and about 4,000 different methods to do it, and they published it. And instead of it being a warning of caution, militaries were like, how can we apply this? Let's make some money. Thank goodness they still stand on how they don't want this shit to be weaponized. But you better believe that was a trigger for others with the same talent to do worse. And I think I'd be a damn fool to even think that it's not already happening in the background. The higher ups, even if we have a president we're happy with, there's always something and somebody somewhere behind whatever curtains that do not have our own best interests at heart. They have their own pockets, and that's it. And how they remain aligned, and their power fetish. And then that reminds me of just how crazy and dark that fetish goes once you get it all. See Diddy or Epstein, and all the others on that list. Okay. Oh, what? Somebody found the video? That's the video, Eli? All right. Anyway. All right. So, Jot, awesome to see you. Morals no longer exist. Everyone has an agenda. Spoken true. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Seafowls found the damn video. Thank God. Hold on. All right. Did the CIA remove it? Shut the hell up. Where you at, Seafowls? You're still in the chat. Oh, sorry. Okay, my mistake. I thought I misread. All right, so I love doing this, especially after work. God bless one and all. I hope, regardless of disagreements or even moments in the past that we found each other not agreeing or enjoying each other's company, that we can put at least some differences aside to look at the big picture here. We don't want to lose the forest for the trees, and collectively we do have the same goals. We want to live somewhat of a prosperous, free life, and just know that we can take care of one another and love our families, and that's the basics of it all. Criticizing any one person or group doesn't mean that we all have to hate each other, but I don't want to just be all preachy. So I'll right there, I'm going to kibosh this and say, take care, God bless, and see ya. Are we cooked? Was it the shit? Okay, real quick. I'm already gone. I'm not here. This is the AI version of me.
YouTube ecosystem.
So, you can ignore. Just start. You can leave, by the way. But I'm pulling this shit up. Are we cooked? Is that really it? Okay. But yeah, this is the AI version. You can see my noodly finger appendages, not as a live stream. Okay, are we completely cooked?
Lobotomy. I've watched trends.
Oh shit, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Now I've
Okay,
seen.
so I already spoiled it. This is not a sequel. It's a continuation. All right, now I can at least show. Am I sharing the screen? Thank you, Tennessee. Thank you, Seafowls. Okay, let me share the damn screen. Yes, this is the damn video. Oh my God. Don't get me started on HARP and CERN. All right, boom. Now, it may be obvious now that you know, but when you don't, I was fooled. I was fooled the first time. 100%. I wasn't looking. I didn't know.
Now, I've seen some dumb shit in my time. I've reviewed games that felt like a digital lobotomy. I've watched trends that made me question the collective sanity of the species, but this takes the goddamn cake, eats it.
You can just like the older one 7 months ago, which is so obvious, you can tell it's a strangeness with the teeth. And based comparatively to his other videos, it's more zoomed in. The corners of like the camera itself, he's just closer to the camera than usual, so that's off. The eyes look convincing, dead but convincing, but it's the teeth are too perfect. Okay, see, now looking at this, knowing it's AI, hits different. Like everything in the background is perfectly reanimated, man. Hair, strands of hair, everything, the beard. Yeah, nah, man. And this is the shit that I've showed the commercial here, and it's an example of how AI can do, it scams a lot of people, and it's I'm not gonna talk about it. I've shared it already, but what it's capable of, yes, it terrifies me. That's why I could use an equalizer and somebody to balance it out for me and make me less little afraid.
Shits it out and then charges you premium for the fertilizer. That's right, old man blabbering about AI videos again, but
look, that's a well-known AI content farm, and as a species, as human beings, we're not defying it. It's got 8.79 million subscribers as of the uploading of this video. Nobody's doing anything to, say, I'm not going to put up with these shenanigans anymore. It's clearly leading to the death of human originality or an insult to the arts. It's just you type in prompts and commands, and then all the work is done. This person or team are filthy rich right now. Look at the 70 million views, 77 million, 168 million views. The ad revenue alone. This dude is so well off, man. And yeah, I can't deny my own morality when I watched this for the first time. I was like, shit, man, could I pull it off? But you know, I'm not even a guy that can edit something, let alone figure out how to utilize AI, and I wouldn't. Like, on principle. I don't want to be disingenuous. You know, it's like when I said I'm glad I'm not rich. I just want to be comfortable. That's all. But regardless, yeah, I don't think I personally would ever go down this route unless I had a firm understanding and grasp of it and was very transparent about it.
But this time I'm not yapping about how common they are. I'm talking about how popular they are. They're starting to eclipse normal human-made videos. According to this Twitter post and according to the stats that they pulled up, the third most popular video on the entire platform for the month is called "Lovely Baby Met a Plane Crash, Poor Pug." That sentence just reads like a prophet.
Now this is the real him. He's going to reveal it, but you see the difference? It's not as zoomed in. The eyes look stunningly the same. The hair, the background, shit. And then the one tooth, like he's going to show you.
From a crackhead on a crystal ball trying...
Yeah, right? At the bottom, he's going to point at one at the top, but... Sorry, bad pause, Charlie, my bad. But these are the things now, sadly, we have to have our alarms at peak. Be ready for everything to be a lie. That's just how it is now.
To scam you out of a few doubloons on the sidewalk. That is bitch lasagna level mumbo jumbo for that video title. It's of course an AI generated video. That first screenshot I showed you is something else they also pointed out in the Twitter thread. Something called Final Galaxy, which was all AI generated superhero sewage. I think it got taken down from YouTube because...
Oh, thank God. Oh, YouTube, you actually did something as a platform. Good on you. Take the W.
I can't find it anymore. Probably because it was just so egregious. It was only around for like 9 months, but had 9 million subs and hundreds of millions of views. So it made them thousands upon thousands of dollars for like an afternoon of just typing a few prompts into the fucking VO3 or whatever. So a pretty good deal. And if you use shorts, I'm sure you've noticed probably about half of all shorts are AI generated content right now. Some of you might remember over the last couple of years, experts have weighed in predicting that by 2026, 90% of all internet content will be AI generated. I think we're speedrunning this timeline. I think we'll see...
Oh, that is around the corner. Revel in the moments that we have right now. The problems that we think we're struggling with today, I think are going to pale in comparison. Things are moving too fast, you know, and I've always blamed it on me feeling out of touch because I'm not a young person anymore. It's disheartening. It's disheartening. I don't want to default to panic, but all right. And I want to ask, please feel free if you're still in the chat. Well, I want him to do the reveal. If you want to see that specific video that went viral, is number 3 on YouTube. If you actually want to play it while I'm here, just type a 1 in the chat and I'll check up. I'm gonna let him do the reveal real quick. Just hit 1 if you want to see the stupid pug saving a baby video. It's like crazy. Something so stupid is able to just get that much attention and make just infinite money.
90% reached by the end of this fucking year. Because it is out of control, and it is extremely popular. People clearly don't care. They will be more than happy to turn their brain off and just digest anything that moves on their screen. So why would people even bother making videos anymore when they can just generate them and make far more money and reach far...
I am learning how damn important it is to learn and remember what details to look at to identify that you are or are not looking at AI. And the most effective thing that I have currently learned is the teeth now. But what about in the cases where somebody that is being AI'd already has like the perfect, you know, pearly whites already? Are we screwed then? All right. Let me keep going here.
Or more views. It's going to drown out people making things. It'll just be AI spitting and shitting things out for people to just...
The death of inspiration.
Endlessly consume, as evidenced by the pug and superhero shit. Now, those are blatantly obvious AI, but we are also now seeing the rise of deceptive AI that tries to pretend that it's authentic, organic, real content. And unfortunately, it's getting pretty good. Sometimes it's hard to tell unless you're paying close attention. For example, how many of you even noticed that the first 15 seconds of this video that you're watching right now was AI generated? Wasn't real. It was fake. The intro was AI generated by a Reddit user, script, video, voice, all AI. None of it.
Script, video, and voice. Let me see if there's any ones in the chat, and I'll get right to the... Okay. All right. A few of you want to see it. You want to see this slop tube shit? Let me, no, thank you, Obama. All right, here. Let's rip the Band-Aid off, the proverbial Band-Aid. Let me get to this. Is it, like, wholesome? Like, I don't understand the appeal of this particular YouTube short that generated so much money. All right, here we go. Hold on. Let's get theater mode here.
Wow. Now that was an emotional journey. I feel drained. My social...
I'm drained too. I'm feeling emotions I never knew I had, and I really can't keep myself composed at the moment. Whew, that was heavy. That was deep. I'm gonna go buy a pug. You know what? I gotta make a point right now because I'm so damn inspired. Hold on, guys. You hold on. You hold on. Bruce, hey. Okay. It's time to break the news. Sorry, you're a gross and real toy Yorkie. Hey, look at me when I talk to you. I get more respect from AI, I swear. You're no longer feasible. You shit on the floor. Don't yawn at me. You look me in the eye. Give me some respect. I feed you. I give you shelter. I'm replacing you with AI. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? That's what I thought. And all of you, this is your fault. This is all of our faults. This toy Yorkie is going to suffer because we clearly are rushing to the end. And the end of creativity. That AI pug that AI pug can write SOS in the sand and save a baby from a plane. What can this thing do? It's over. Oh, your breath too. I think I made my point. All right, so I got to deal with this heartbreak. Go get my AI dog. We all know the Yorkie is the boss and TV star. Of course. My TikTok is basically just videos of him. Anyway, that's it. That's all. If I've learned anything, because I used to be a victim of terribly long goodbyes, and as you can see, I think I've tried to say goodbye about maybe 12 times. I've lost count of how many versions of that was just AI me, CIA me, and then real me, but I'm just going to say God bless and see ya till the next one. All right? And I look forward to open panels and more people with opinions that are different than mine. Please, we're here for the challenge. Nobody wants a walk in the park in life. Remember why the Matrix failed, right? It was too perfect and kind and it got boring. We need some spice. All right. Take care.